allowed you to get going there in the second half, and maybe what are you telling yourself to overcome that fumble there in the first quarter as well?
Just got to put it behind me, you know. Similar situation this past week is somebody on the offense taking a turn, you know, while we having positives. You know, we just shooting ourselves in the foot, but I couldn't dwell on that. I had to be, you know, a leader for my team, and you know what I'm saying? I know everybody's trying to be the spark plug, so, I mean, you can't dwell on things like that. That's what the film is for the next day. You go back and fix it. But, you know, coming out of halftime, we knew we had to get things going, you know.
But the offense did get, the running game specifically did get going there in the second half.
Like how?
Yeah, what do you
I think just the you know, attention to detail, you know, stop shooting ourselves in the foot. We started playing better on tempo. People holding their blocks better, and then it's just when you get in the zone, you know, you keep it rolling.
Weston and David Oven.
With everything for the offense that didn't go right in the first half and so many missed opportunities, what was the vibe at halftime? I mean, are you angry? Are you trying to stay positive? What's the mood at that moment?
You know, you want to be you don't want to be angry, but it's like you want to dwell on what we could have done, but we didn't do it. You know, so all we knew was our defense was playing their tails off. You know, I can't remember exactly what they had at halftime, the other team, but, you know, our defense held them to low points, and we knew we was getting the ball back first. So you can't dwell on that. You know, that's a situation in the locker room where the energy can go down, but you have leaders walking around explaining how we getting the ball back, how we got to have defense back. All we could do is move forward and worry about the next play.
David Oven.
Dylan, I think Dante was talking about Dante Stallworth at halftime. For you, what was the environment in the locker room like after the game, and what were your most memorable interactions?
Man, you know, it's just a blessing, a great feeling. You know, you got past players in there. They living through us. You know, it's always a blessing to go out there and get a win through the good and the bad. You know, find a way to be +1, like Coach Hyper says, and then you know, it's a moment you'll remember. You know, a big rivalry at home. And then you get in the film room the next day and fix it.
We'll go Eric, Patrick, and then Paige.
Doing your about leaders kind of walking around and trying to say, encouraging. You're kind of the rah-rah guy. In situations when it's not going well, do you kind of need to get animated, or is it more positive? I mean, how do you deal with kind of the first half there?
Well, the main thing is you got to be able to deal with yourself first before you could try to, express it to other people too. You know, I have to be in the right mindset with myself. Make sure I'm ready to go, make sure I'm bouncing back from plays that didn't go right before I try to, lead other people, So my thing is just stepping back and resetting with myself first, and I don't have to be animated, I feel like I have a good sense of what people need, and I know my players, I know my teammates, and I know how to approach different people. Everybody is different. So that just comes from spending time with your teammates and just learning them. But, something reciprocated, something got going. And there was still a lot of missed opportunities out there, but, we found a way.
Patrick?
Dylan, you guys as a whole offense obviously need to bounce back. Nico as well. What did you see from him kind of just navigating the ups and downs of the game?
Yeah, made a lot of good, plays, were scrambling, throwing the ball down the field. We were this close on a lot of plays in the beginning of the game, throwing the ball down the field. And that's just all timing and connection, and, it's going to get better each and every week. But the ability for him to just stay composed and give words in the huddle and ready to go and do this just speaks how he's growing, and his mindset is very calm and collected.
You were asked about the former players. Did you get a chance to see Alvin at all? If you did,
Yeah,
what was that like?
yeah. Oh, he found me before the game, just giving me words. He was talking to me throughout the game, but, after the game, he just gave me my props. I respect that from him, obviously being a player that I look up to. But, that's big. That this means a lot to past players. It means a lot to me, you know what I'm saying? VFL is a true thing, and, I never take that for granted. Anytime I get a chance to, interact with any of them.
Paige?
It might have been in the jumbo package last week where you're like, the defenses can't see you, but in your touchdowns tonight, what makes you so elusive that you just really can't be stopped in those red zone touchdowns?
I think this starts with the mindset, me trusting my blocks up front, knowing that, it's not going to be too much dancing around. It's not like I have to speed myself up, but it's going to be tight, small gaps, that I got to get to. So it's just about lowering the pad level and just the will to get in the end zone, for real. Every time I get that close, I get excited to get in the end zone, and that's what I'm going to do.
Our last three will be Brent, West, and then Ben.
Dylan, what makes this team mentally tough, physically tough? And how much tougher have y'all gotten in the last couple of years?
I think, it's just the amount of time and the work we put in. Obviously our defense is out there giving us confidence. We kind of make it hard on them in the first half, but they playing their tails off no matter who's in the game. And you respect that. That lights a fire. And if that doesn't, something's wrong. So I think having a stout defense like that who can control the line of scrimmage and make it, hard on the quarterback, that does something for us, because it's just like we got to go get something done. We got to have that back. So, it's been starting with that for the past games, but we collectively come together. We trust each other. We love each other. It's a real brotherhood and connection in this locker room. So, we know that we're going to be on our P's and Q's when it's time to be.
Dylan, I'm sure you've had so many reps against Will Brooks in practice the past few years. What is it about him that makes him get around the ball so much? I mean, a couple of the biggest plays this season for y'all's defense have been him stepping up and getting picked.
Just over the years, just never taking any opportunity for granted. Always in the film room, always so, technically sound, attention to detail. Coach Hype says study the book. The book is the film. He's in that. When you're locked in on the film and the playbook, it's hard for you to miss a beat. And then he takes the time physically to work on his technique and all that to really make sure, he's not missing a beat. I know his mindset, and I know he's not taking any of this for granted. What a great story for him. We love it for him. Will Brooks has been, a keen guy like that. And you can trust him, because he will do his job and he will make plays.
Ben, last question.
Dylan, I think it's like 3 straight games where you're nearing 30 carries. Just how does your body feel at this point? I'm sure you're ready for another open week. And what will be key for you in terms of maintaining your body and feeling good as you hit the home stretch here?
It's just the same routines I stay in, making sure I'm in the training room, make sure I'm getting pool work, just making sure I'm taking active care of my body. I feel good. Obviously, there are nicks and bruises from every game, but, it's always a blessing to, put one foot in front of the other and walk after a game, and I'll never take that for granted through the good and the bad. So whatever I can to make sure I'm at my healthiest so I could be able to finish games, be able to finish the fourth quarter is, basically the point I'm at, so whatever they need from me, I'm going to make sure I'm putting myself in the right position to do that.
Thanks, everybody. Dylan, thanks for your time. Everybody, thanks for your patience. Appreciate it.
Thank you all.
Thank you.